What's up, everyone? How's everybody doing? We got some biker news coming to you. Yes, we have a news story about the Outlaws and also an ex-Bikie boss. His overdose. We're going to be talking about that one coming up. Lots of news today.
Ride or die, 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 fly. Know that they ride or die. Cold, these brothers my guys. Know that they fly. Know that they ride or die. I keep wearing.
First one up is going to be the Outlaws Motorcycle Club, and I do want to remind everybody that we cover is innocent until proven guilty. Anyway, let's go to this one right here. This out of the Connecticut Post. Jessica Bravo, she's the one that wrote this story. This was on the 20th of February, 2025. So if you're just watching this down the line, that's when it happened. And we do try to give updates on these cases as we get it, the ones that we cover. New Britain man charged with murder in death of man found in a car in Somers in 2021. And it is 4 years later, it's looking like, so it's finally coming together, I guess, with this mystery. Goes on to say Timothy Lange is charged with felony murder, first-degree kidnapping, first-degree conspiracy to commit kidnapping. They go down the line on these charges, man. It's like, man, guy's dead. And they just go. They got first-degree accessory to kidnapping, robbery, everything they go through here. Now, this is in relation to the death of Jason Combs, 38 of Massachusetts, and our thoughts go out to any victims of this kind of stuff. He was found dead in a car on Durkee Road in Somers with a gunshot wound to his torso in August. And it goes on to say months after Combs was located, state police executed a search warrant at an Enfield resident that investigators believe was related to the homicide. Now, they're not releasing any more further information on this stuff. So what they're doing is it leaves you to decide what's going on until it gets in the court or whatever. They believes Combs' death was directly, and I'm quoting here, directly connected to a known motorcycle club. Police on Thursday said Lange was a member of the Outlaws Motorcycle Gang. Their words, not mine on that one. So it looks like they're moving towards trying to tie the Outlaws to this murder because it was one of their members. It was interesting. Before I go into this Bikie boss stuff, I had one of these news agencies call me in the morning trying to get an interview with me, and I really don't do on-the-record interviews anymore unless it has to do like with Harley Davidson or something, or, you know, talking about bikes. But after seeing, and this is one of the big name production companies that is doing all these documentaries, they wanted me to sit down with them, interview them about clubs, and I was like, you know what? Last time I did that, you guys screwed me. You cut my words up. You pasted it. I was like, yeah, just not going to do that kind of stuff. But like I was telling them, and it wasn't off the record, so I'll tell you, but I was telling them, you know, law enforcement is always trying to tie the club, whether it be the Outlaws, Hells Angels, Mongols, Pagans, any of the bigger clubs, as a criminal organization. And I explained to them that, you know what? Every organization has some bad people in it. They do some stupid stuff. And yeah, on one hand, you can say, well, where the hell is the club leadership saying, you know what, you're done. You're bringing too much heat to us. It's a different time. We don't have, you know, we can't go through that. We don't have the money for that. And I do know clubs, a lot of them have dropped their legal defense funds because they'd rather pay for clubhouses than some idiot that goes out and does something to hurt somebody or bring the cops to them. And it was like they really could not understand what I was talking about. And yeah, they're out of California, this company. And I was like, yeah, well, that's no matter. And then they, got really upset when I said, you people always take your news from law enforcement. And it's been proven over and over again, they are corrupt. Especially the FBI, ATF, and DEA. You're seeing that play out in real time right now. So I suggested to him, before you start going after hidden clubs or just piecing together facts to make your stuff look better, look into it. Talk to people. And I did say, well, many probably won't talk to you because of what you do. That's just my outlook on that one. Let's go to this story right here. This is out of Yahoo News. Ex-Bikie boss, speedball overdose was not a murder. And, of course, this is going on over in Australia. There's New Zealand. You got to remember, they're in their summer right now. So there's, Australia is hot all year round, but, just saying, they're in their summer, so you're going to see a lot more news out of that part of the world than you are in the United States. Because everybody right now is just waiting for that spring to come. Prosecutors have been unable to prove the death of a former Bikie boss due to a lethal injection of cocaine and heroin. A close friend of Ricky Ciano, a fellow ex-Rebels Bikie, Jamie Tozer, pleaded guilty to manslaughter on Wednesday after a court accepted there was not enough evidence to prove the drugs were administered without consent. So basically, they got him for manslaughter, not murder. Tozer had been due to face a murder trial, but it goes on to say Ciano joined the Rebels in 2001 when he was 20 years old and went on to become president of the Liverpool chapter. Now, this is in Southwest Sydney. He left the group in 2014, and several close supporters, including Tozer, went with him. The men, along with Tozer's half-brother, traveled to a property in February with a plan to manufacture drugs. Not cool. And then at some point, while they were at the property, Ciano was injected with cocktail drugs that included cocaine, heroin, and yes, it's known as a speedball. And his body was found 3 days later in a BMW. So you have to, let's see here, Bushnell admitted Ciano the fatal shot after being supplied. Okay, so one thing I don't understand is why is his body in a BMW? There's something fishy behind what was going on. And then the prosecutor said that there was evidence suggesting he would not have consented to taking this, which we'll never know. We'll never know. And Ciano happened to be stopped by police on his way to an Oberon property, during which he returned a negative breath test and did not appear under the influence. But it looks like this is moving forward. The sentencing date is April 4th of 2025. So we'll see what he gets from that. Again, we'll keep on trying to update you on what's going on. Right now, we're following the big news with the banditos here in the state. 14 busted on RICO. We're going to see how that plays out. We'll go through the case with you and try to let you know the end game on that one. We'll also see if everybody involved keeps their mouth shut. Remember, shut it. Don't say nothing. Don't make any deals. And, because the Vagos in Las Vegas, everybody shut up but one guy. Everybody was found not guilty. So keep that in mind. Keep your mouth shut. Don't say nothing. And hopefully it'll work out for you. But going back to that deal I was talking about with this interviewer off the record, for those that, because I know you all watch my stuff because you tell me you do, you have to start coming from a middle ground approach if you're going to have any success at your documentaries. You got to come from the middle, because if you're putting out something that is rah, 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 cheerleading stuff for the feds, you're never going to get anybody to come on. Anyway, don't forget, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m., man, Motorcycle Madhouse. Go over, check out the YouTube channel and Spotify. And don't forget to buy the book, Brotherhood and Betrayal, over on Amazon. Go visit one of the original Biker Lifestyle and Biker News YouTube channels, where you will get in the know on what's happening in the biker scene, biker news, op-eds, and more from me, James Hollywood Machikari. Monday and Thursdays, a new video on topics happening in the scene. Get on over there, get to the channel, and subscribe. Rock on.